everyone, welcome back to the channel. And this one we're going to be reacting to The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 3, called Mother. If you want to check out a full reaction to this episode, head on over to our patrons page. The link's in the description. Recap?
So in the last one, we got to see a bit of a backstory from Amos, which was based in Baltimore. And he goes back to where he grew up. He doesn't have flashbacks, but he has like kind of visions of like there's a woman and like a bloodied kid basically. And we realized that the woman that raised him, she died effectively, and I want to say her companion is still in the house.
Yeah.
But he's kind of being kicked out because of a favor that she didn't. You know, just one of the guys was just looking after
It's essentially
her, so.
it essentially wasn't her house. It was whichever mob boss it was. And now that she's passed away, it doesn't get handed over to the guy she was with. It goes over to the mob boss, and obviously Amos wasn't having any of that because he sort of his heart melted when he saw the guy.
Yeah, he was asking a lot of specific questions to this guy to find out what kind of guy he was and was he actually good to.
Did he treat Lydia good?
Yeah, and he did break down, and the guy, and Amos was like, look, I'll leave it with me, I'll sort it out. And we actually find out that what Monica was talking about was true, that Amos, or Timothy as it were, did kill a mob boss,
Timothy,
and took his and took his name, and by getting rid of him, they kind of installed Eric as the mob boss. And it's quite funny because their relationship is no different to what you would imagine it to be. He sees Amos and was like, I love you, I miss you, but don't ever set foot on the planet, I'll kill you again. It's like,
it kind of makes sense because it's puts him in danger, because then people ask questions like, why is that name still alive? Didn't you, you know what I mean? That was a good portion of backstory we got from Amos. Meanwhile, Fred Johnson is still hoarding that protomolecule sample. And he won't tell Holden where it is. And it's funny that Holden found out from Monica that there's research going
holding on to a sample, and there is a large portion of it where she gets trapped in a container. And they're kind of scuttling to try and find her, and it is quite a clever thing because she says to Holden, "I've got some more information." Holden goes to her flat. She's not there. Obviously, there's like it's been ransacked. There's blood all over the wall and whatever. And she wakes up in a container, docked in the spaceport basically. But they do manage to save her in the end. But yeah, things aren't looking good for Fred basically.
Because he has he has a security risk now. And hopefully whoever's the security risk and doesn't know where his protomolecule is, because we're in another world of pain. And then he's gonna be, I feel like he's one of those situations where someone does, like he has like a mole or someone in the midst who's a traitor, and they'll find his protomolecule sample and he'll do a little speech like, well, I didn't know that I was gonna be betrayed, kind of thing. I was like, you. But
no, allegiance is a very thin thread in Tycho. But on Mars, you've got Bobby and
Alex.
God, why did I forget that? You've got, but essentially Bobby lets him in and says, "Look, I've been running ops to buy up all the arms. Christian's on board with it, but I need access to missiles." And she shows him the kind of hierarchy of who she's been chasing. And Alex was like, I know one of those guys. So he goes to meet this colonel, and ends up getting a coffee date out of it. But the coffee date is not innocent because the colonel says to the lieutenant that I need you to find out why he's back on Mars. I think that was pretty much it.
And lastly, we get a drummer.
Yes, we get So the drummer's in space. Obviously, she's in space now. She's Manish wants her to be on some sort of revenge mission. They do find Ashford's ship. They do come across it, but it's kind of weird because she's policing the sky. She's policing certain areas of space.
And she's claiming it as her own territory, kind of thing.
Yeah, but she's obviously trying to. It's kind of a weird scenario where she stops a pirate from completely obliterating a inner's ship, but then she takes X amount of percent, like it's like 10% of plunder. So she not only saves them, they kind of the pirates disappear, but then she also says to the inners, "Oh, don't worry, we've alerted the closest ship to you, and they're going to be with you soon. But we're taking off with all your goods, so we'll see you later." So yeah, but she I think we saw it in a slightly different light to drama in this. She's
much colder, much more badass, and I think she will be gearing for revenge. So let's see what happens in that. Let's see what happens in this episode. Mother, I can only assume it's to do with Philip and Naomi. So let's see what happens in this one. Season 5, episode 3, Mother. Let's check it out. 22 hours. Okay. Wow, this is a time jump. Chill out, Christian. He's just making a cocktail.
Just pour the fucking drink.
A belter, a Martian, and an earther walk into a bar. Bartender, he asks the belter what he wants. The belter says, "I'll have a glass of your finest Martian whiskey." Martian says, "A glass of your finest earther tequila." Drinking like my enemy also lets me think like my enemy. So the Martian drinks his earther tequila. So Excuse me.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, for fuck. I wanted to hear the rest of that joke.
Your colleagues here on Luna were the first to spot the rogue asteroid the UNS Asami was investigating around Venus.
Yes, that's correct.
What do you make of these readings?
Size, shape, composition are all over the place. They were having instrument malfunctions.
What else could be a possibility?
They're going to figure it out here, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Could these rocks have been fragments of a single larger asteroid? If this were the case, what do you estimate the size of the original asteroid was?
Somewhere between 10 and 30 meters in diameter. Our asteroid spotters would easily detect an asteroid of that size.
Indulge us.
What if?
Yeah.
About 1 to 4 megatons, depending on the impact.
Damn.
That's a medium-yield fusion warhead. Blast radius 13 kilometers.
That's a lot of damage.
Marcoinaurus threw a stealth rock at us.
And it broke up.
We need to retask the watchtowers.
Are you out of your fucking mind, man? They're always pointed at Mars.
Mars does not give a fuck about blowing us up anymore.
Why are they still pointing at Mars? That's weird.
I have burned all the bridges in front of me and behind me. And I don't give a fuck. We're right. And you know it.
At least they finally figured it out, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And also, why would you have all the watchtowers pointing at Mars when you're in alliance with them? I get, like...
It's so stupid. That I didn't realize they were still doing that. As idiotic.
That means that they don't... Obviously, they don't fully trust them, but it's like...
This full, like... peacetime, it just seems so fake.
Yeah, it's optics. It seems like all optics.
Yeah. DeWalt and Moteng.
Almost ships.
Gun's gone. Look like lot of hull armor gone too. They stripped him.
Ashford's ship.
Yeah.
Wake everyone. Prepare for boarding.
She had a menacing look there.
Pissed off, yeah.
Who here condemns me? I speak for Fred Johnson and Tycho Station. You are free to go.
You are free to go. Those words will haunt you.
Yeah, Ashford was always right about him.
Patch hull and repressurize. When power is restored, search a ship for backup data course. Ashford will have those hidden somewhere.
That's Paolo Cortazar, the protogen scientist who worked on the prototype.
Oh my god, we haven't seen him in ages.
Your organization leaks like a sieve.
Did you know about this? No.
You gotta look at the people who took you. If your optical mod has any images.
No, they were waiting for me in my room. I didn't get a chance to look at anyone.
You're right. Fred was like, no. What?
I didn't know I was going to get betrayed like this.
Yeah.
These people were able to find Cortazar. It's a good bet they know you have the protomolecule, too. Nobody is going near him. I'm going to harden up security, put an extra detail on.
I think you're a part of it.
This isn't a bunch of idiots bashing in doors. This is a well-organized attempt.
I can see what the fuck it is. I've been doing this shit a hell of a lot longer than you.
Why'd you keep making
And
stupid
yet
decisions?
You're so blind. Yeah.
I still think his friend is in on it, and I don't know why. Everyone looking for a job. She really needs backup, unless we've not seen her in combat. Careful, Naomi.
Someone she knows, obviously.
There's the guy who was with Philip. Remember when they were leaving?
Yes. Yes, of course, yeah.
And her as well.
What the fuck you doing here?
Personal business.
All of a sudden, Naomi Negata come back to Palace?
If I wanted to put you in jail, you'd be there already. I know Philip's here.
There we go.
I came to see him.
What a fucking chance.
You don't speak for him.
He don't want to speak to you. He don't want you in his life.
He's not a little boy anymore.
I'm still his mother.
You left him. And us.
You have to tell Philip I'm here and that I need to see him. I have the right.
You have nothing. Go back. Back to your inners.
You know what I don't get? If they're so close to her, wouldn't they tell all this time she didn't know where he was or whatever? They could have reached out and been like, oh yeah, you know what, your son's still alive and whatever.
Man is an admiral, 60 years in the service, coming up on retirement.
I'm still selecting officers for logistics, signing the transfer orders himself, and personally managing supply lines, all while remaining on active duty and teaching at the War College.
Yeah. Wake up, Alex.
Get something useful out of Babbage and we'll have proof.
I don't wanna give her the wrong impression about me.
Which is?
That I'm talking to her to get closer to her boss.
Which is what you're doing in the first place.
I think he wanted a date.
He still believes in Mars. That's what it is. He's still
yeah, but come on, man, wake up.
And he's been away for so long, right?
Up for a glass of wine on the War College, of course. Research is deductible.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We'll have a bottle of the Benassi Cabernet, the reserve, please. Thank you.
God damn.
I read all the reports and I saw the pictures that were made public, but the RCE reports are classified and the Belter accounts are filled with so many inconsistencies.
Why are they walking like that?
I don't know. I was going to say
super close.
When you got there, what did you do to turn the machines on?
Nothing. Just a little bit of protomolecule on the RASI. It activated everything.
When they all came on at once?
No, it was a slow rollout. See, that protomolecule, it was looking for something on that planet that I'm not at liberty to discuss.
He's asking too many questions here. Like, why do you want to know? Like,
I just want him to realize what she's doing.
If it wasn't for Miller, we'd all be dead on that rock. But lucky for everyone, we destroyed that last piece of protomolar crap.
Protomolar crap.
The most amazing thing about that story might just be your modesty.
Once again, careful, Alex.
Why would you have a fire extinguisher in there?
Well done.
There you go. Like an emergency bag, isn't it?
Data core.
You do know, Marco, that throwing rocks at Tycho Ceres will do little to harm the innards.
You still don't see it?
Don't see what?
Can't even imagine it. Die in darkness. Bratna.
I'm so glad he recorded that bit.
Yeah, because I didn't. Do you remember when he touched his pad when he was dying and we're like, okay, who's he transmitting it to? But obviously it was coming here.
This just made her more angry.
Yeah.
We will find Marco Naros and collect a $20 million bounty on his head.
Wow.
Yes!
You're right.
We pirates in salvage business.
We are pirates in the making money business. We do this and we earn the lasting respect of the other factions. And the bounty will sustain us for years to come.
Wouldn't that amount of money sort you out for life?
It really would.
Yeah, you could buy a fleet of ships.
I just want to know what her crew's thinking as well. She needs people on her side.
The original manifest for the shipping container is gone. That specific container was sold to Duru Freight, Tamia and Bedasto Duru.
Pay a visit.
Oh, what a surprise. They're dead.
You did it. Him, he did it. He, you. I'm looking at you.
Well, this has been fun.
Yeah, no, it has been. So how long you been working with Silverchair?
Going on 5 years.
Still don't know how he does it all.
Sounds like you're more interested in him than me.
Oh, no. I was just hoping that maybe I could land a gig speaking at the War College. If you can point me in the right direction or tell me who to talk to,
I'd be happy to give you some contacts.
Great.
He blew that.
How about we get some more wine? This time the bottle's on me.
I'd love to, but I have to be up early shipping out in the morning.
Bobby's gonna rip him apart.
Yeah.
You are so shit at this.
Maybe, I don't know, we could do it again when you get back.
That would be interesting.
When someone says it might be
false hope.
And when someone says it might be interesting to have another date,
No.
Alex Kamal, right?
Guilty as charged. Why?
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Who are these people now?
What the hell? Oh.
Well, again, something. Who are you?
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Martian like you want to know about Admiral Silverchair.
Right.
You been talking to anyone else about this, sweetie?
No. No, don't say Bobby. Don't say Bobby's name.
My friend, Bobby Draper.
Fuck!
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Well...
Shoot him.
Ah! Bobby!
What?
Hey, Alex.
He's not really gonna do much, is he?
You know the joke about it? He's actually... He went to hug him.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ask her the questions now. Oh, no. She killed her.
She did that so effortlessly.
They were asking me to give them my valuables.
And you just happened to drop by.
That's right.
Lucky for me.
Do you know either of the assailants?
No. Why would we?
One of the former Navy petty officers, dishonorably discharged.
Ooh.
Which means that she's right.
Looks like we shook the right tree.
Yeah, well, the trees ain't supposed to shake back.
What did you learn from Babbage?
She's not really into me. Well, she kept dodging my questions about Silverchair, but I did learn she is shipping out on a supply run tomorrow.
You know what? He's so lucky that he found out in the last 10 seconds of the date.
If Babbage is on a supply run, her ship could easily be full of weapons.
No need to get legalistic on me, Bobby.
We'll take the Razorback out and keep our scopes tight on the back, Heath. Any ships they encounter, we get visual IDs and drive signatures and send the lot to Avasarala.
Oh, man.
Unless they spot us. Razorback's got no guns.
But it's quick.
There's
It's
one hell of a
speed.
sneaky pilot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these two on the Razorback together would be epic. McGlenton Scotch Whiskey, single malt. Oh, he said save it.
I can only guess how much Ashford meant to you. But it is not enough to justify pursuing Marco.
It's not about revenge, it's about money.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Come on, drama.
She's selling it to them, but it's about revenge for her.
Mm-hmm.
He told me to hold on to it. He said we'd drink it together when he returned.
If you'd have gone with Ashford, you would have suffered the same fate.
That's true.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
There are better ways to grieve.
It depends how hot your blood is when it comes to vengeance or revenge.
And I'm assuming her blood is boiling hot.
Stay with me.
We've not seen drama like this before. That's what makes this interesting.
Yeah, he was family.
Yeah.
I'm sending you what Ashford found. Maybe it will do some good for the belt.
Who's she sending this to?
This is not my fight.
Fred, I think.
Oh, damn. She's not going after him.
Guess you're not getting your story.
Well, that sucks. I mean, she's got a higher percentage of staying alive by not going after him, but
yeah,
would have made for a good story. Here we go. Yeah. Now let's see what he thinks of her.
You left and discarded me like a piece of trash.
I
Oh, how
abandoned
wrong
you,
you are.
and I'm sorry. I'll never forgive myself for making the choice that I did. But it was never about you.
I'm confused here because when we first heard about him, it was always a story of Marco took him from her. Not that she left.
I never stopped loving you. I don't want anything to happen to you because of what your father's done. I can help you before you get hurt. I know this sounds crazy.
You don't know shit. I don't need you.
Just trying to protect you.
It's not going to work so easily.
Everything my father told me about you is true.
She sees herself in him in the sense that how she used to be around Marco when he brainwashed her, essentially.
Yeah.
But he just sees it as this is the right. Whatever I'm doing is right, and whatever you're doing is just trying to cause divide.
Yeah.
Belter freighter out of series, the Zamir. It's still inbound.
They think Monica's still in the container. We'll set up a party inside the container, and when they open the door, we'll take them and the ship. And let's make sure we have someone left to talk to.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. We need someone. Yeah, we need someone to interrogate.
Put him on it. That way if it goes sideways.
I'm confused about this Philip and Naomi thing. I was assuming that he snatched her from him.
Marco
snatched him from her. Marco snatched him from her, and then she had to escape. That's not what's happened at all. Just as I expected. You needed backup.
What's going on?
Oh shit!
Are you surprised?
I'm not, because I'm assuming that Marco wants to see her now.
Retasking the watchtowers isn't going to happen. Gao's chief of staff called me directly and said to stop being your mouthpiece and indulging in your conspiracy theories.
Oh God, and no one's going to listen until it's too late.
You believe it as strongly as I do.
It doesn't matter what we believe.
It matters what you can prove.
You're right. This is so typical. It's nothing. They won't listen until it happens, right? Monsieur Johnson.
Monsieur Johnson.
You do know, Marco, that throwing rocks at Tycho
This is it.
will do little to harm the inners.
Proof. This won't detect anything. Oh shit!
Oh shit! It's actually gonna hit.
Maybe it'll burn up. Oh, did you hear it?
Mate,
oh my God, look at the sky!
Look at his glasses. Wow.
That's the end of the episode. That was crazy.
That was insane. That was very, very insane.
I mean, we knew it was gonna happen because no one was gonna listen to Christian and.
But it's a piss take that she got the message, and obviously in this
had to happen. But this had to happen for that message to come across.
Well, it had to happen for them to listen to her. I mean, I get the other side of it, and all this bullshit. But it's like, at least look into it. Why are you still pointing watchtowers at Mars? Like, what? It doesn't.
Because they don't believe that anyone's messing around. It's peacetime, technically. Yeah, exactly. And now they'll have to listen to it like, okay, look at what's happened from you guys not listening to what I had to say.
I find it interesting though, because I think I said this a few episodes ago. So with Mars, they would still need ships. They won't need an entire armada. They would still need ships and whatever. But it's like, a part of it just feels like the whole of Mars is just like, not the whole of Mars, but everyone's just selling out. I know everyone's like, I know they don't believe they need to terraform. They can go somewhere else, and I get that. I totally get that. But it's just like, doesn't no one think, okay, well, we've got this stockpile, what do we do with it? And if you're in so-called peace times, wouldn't you then share some of the technology with your allies?
Unless you don't really believe they're your allies and that this thing's fragile and fall apart at any moment. I don't blame the people on there for sort of selling out. You have all this equipment, there's jobs, like people are probably getting fired, they can't afford stuff. Like, the economy and everything's just falling apart, looks like, in Mars. So I understand that portion of it. Make your money wherever, whenever you can, because times are really hard. But as in, to the point where they may potentially start killing people is going a bit too far. So that guy, God, I forgot his name now. Sauvignon, the guy, is obviously dodgy. A massive part of it.
Yeah, it's interesting because your theory is based on all the shows he's been in previously.
No, I'm talking about the head of the Mars, the guy, the head of the whatever he's head of.
Oh, sorry. So I said Colonel in the beginning, the Admiral.
Yeah, him. He's obviously a massive part of it. He's potentially the head of it.
He would be placed. He's in the right position. Yeah. He's in the right position to do all of that.
So that's what I'm getting at. Is I understand the making money part of it, but to the point where you may have to kill someone, that's going a bit too far. I understand the making money part of it because Mars is going to hell. But thankfully, Bobby was there to save Alex. Yeah, that was pretty messed up. But yeah, going back to that guy is part of it. Fred's friend is part of it purely for the fact that he's not a throwaway character. I've seen the actor in loads of other shit, and he wouldn't have been given a role that's just a throwaway character. That's the only reason I believe that his close friend is bad and has something to do with it, and also because it can happen to Fred, where he doesn't know the closest people to him.
Yeah, he is naive to a certain degree. He's a bit blind. I mean, I don't think Fred Johnson's an idiot, but I think some of his actions and the way he thinks, he is stupid. Because I don't
think he's an idiot, but he is stupid. It's
no, as in some of his thoughts are, as in like he does things that mean well. His actions are
he's not malicious.
But it's just, open your eyes, think. Like you and Anderson Dawes have got the proto-molecule thing. That video that they showed him, he's like, I think they asked him, do you know anything or whatever, and the look on his face was like, no, I don't know. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Like, what were you generally thinking?
Yeah, he should be a bit more streetwise to what's going on, or what should happen, or what could happen. Specifically because he holds one of the most dangerous things in the universe.
Yeah. He's not an untouchable. Like he walks around like he's like, no, you
and
you'll die if you're not stupid. Like,
he has that attitude of what's the worst that can happen as well, which is really bad. I think that was a mature. Naomi. Well done, Naomi.
Yeah,
Don't listen to anyone. Don't take any backup. But
I get what she was saying though. If Holden was there, I mean, Holden's so famous. Like if he lands on that stage, I mean, she's famous, so people recognize her anyway.
But at least she's part.
But the story, you're right. The story's twisted.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. I was fully on her side here that Marco ripped her child from her, and she was in trouble or potentially gonna get killed, so she had to flee. But no, it's not like that. It is fully like she said abandoned him and left.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not what happened. Maybe she feels she abandoned him. But I want to know the facts of what happened, because right now we have a he said she said thing.
Yeah.
And I want to know what, because Philip might well be within his right to feel how he feels about his mother. If she truly just bounced because of the guilt that she felt on what happened on that ship where 516 people died.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to know more about that as well. But let's see what happens, because obviously she's going, like you said, she's going to Marco. Great episode. Let us know your thoughts on it and our reaction to it. But other than that, please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.